Hey guys, my name is Ariana. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video and making me a part of your day. Time's ticking. It's April 4th and we don't have an April TBR. Let's fix it. Alright, so you know the drill. Today we're picking out my April TBR. I have my two TBR jars. One is my 25 and 2025. One is just my prompt jar. So we're going to go ahead and pick them. We're going to jump right into it. I'm going to pick 3 for my 25 and 2025 first, like I normally do, and then we'll pick 3 or 4 depending on how I feel from my prompt jar. Okay. All right, we're gonna mix them up really good. I hope I get some good ones. I hope I get some good springy books. I always like to pick from this first, that way I can kind of guide how my TBR will hopefully go for the month. A book of the month thriller. I have some books here sitting to the side that I really want to get to. None of them I've had though since I started the year off, which my rule is if I pull a prompt from my 25 and 2025 jar, it has to be a book that I started off 2025 with, so I can lower down my TBR. So let me look and see what I have and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I have You're Invited. This is by Amanda Jayatisa. I have no idea. I just butchered that, I know. But this was a book of the month pick for July of 2022. And all I really know about this is that it's set at a wedding. And the cover is really cool. Looks like the invitation, like the envelope. It says she'll wish she'd never RSVP'd. So I don't know too much about this, but I am excited. It takes place in Sri Lanka. That's how you say it. And so yeah, it's just a thriller set at a wedding, and that sounds really fun. Weddings take place in spring a lot of time. I know mine did, so I'm excited to pick this up as part of my TBR. Okay, I'm gonna set them up there so you can kind of see them. Do our next pick. This is book 2 on our TBR. Saving 6. I was so hoping that I was gonna get this book. Yay, I'm so excited. This is by Chloe Walsh. This is in her Boys of Tommen series. This is book number 3. So books 1 and 2 keep up with Johnny and Shannon. It's their story. And then this one starts Shannon's brother Joey and Aoife, his girlfriend, their story. And I have been dying to pick this up. It is a chunker, like we got Bible pages here and there's a lot of words on these pages, but I am so excited to read this. And see more about Joey and Aoife and get back into this. I read the first 2 books back to back maybe a year ago now, so I'm really excited to jump back into this world. Okay, book number 2. This is already shaping up to be such a good TBR month. Okay, next one. I would love to get Heartless. That would be amazing if I could get that. Oh boy, we got 2. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. Riley Sager. Okay, I think there's one that I have that's set at a summer camp. I'm gonna grab that one and we'll talk about it. Oh, I also have Middle of the Night. Hold please. I gotta look and see the 2 that I have, and it's gonna be a hard choice, I think, between the 2, but let's find out. Okay, so these I have both had from the beginning of the year. We have Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. This has gotten many mixed reviews. I think this was his release last year, if I'm not mistaken. I've heard really mixed things, but this cover with the neon green, I love it. So that's an option. And then I also have The Last Time I Lied. This was an older book, 2018. And this one is the one that set at a summer camp, I believe. Yeah, it's about some girls at Camp Nightingale. So I gotta pick between these 2. This one, I think his friend goes missing. I kind of want to read Middle of the Night, I think. I know it's got mixed reviews. I know not everybody loves it. I don't know if they said it was boring or just not thrilling or the writing was just slow. I'm not sure. But I want to see for myself and I just can't get over the cover. It gives me like 1990s neighborhood camp out vibes. So I'm really excited to get to this one. We're going to add this one to our April TBR. Wow. Okay. That was quick. Those are some good picks. I'm excited about them. So far I have 1 heavy romance and 2 thrillers. So let's jump into my prompt jar and hopefully we get some good prompts and I can pick some of the books that I have set to the side here that I would love to read for the month of April. All right. There's so many of these just stuck together. not cheating, I promise. Oh boy. Read the next book in a series. I think I know. Ooh, there's 2 books that I have in my mind for this. I don't know why I've been wanting to do this, but I've been wanting to do this. Daisy Hates. I read Magnolia Parks maybe 2 years ago now, and I'm gonna be honest, it was not a favorite of mine. The toxicity didn't bother me, but it was the repetition, I think, of like they just constantly are doing the same things to each other and not learning from it and not changing. But the ending of Magnolia Parks got me. If you know, you know. So I've heard a lot of people that don't like Magnolia Parks as much like Daisy Hates. So I might like this, and hopefully I will like this better. So this is an option. I also have Heartless by Elsie Silver that I really want to get to. Alright, this is what I have so far. I don't know. This has been really on my mind as of recent, so I think I'm going to go Daisy Hates. I think. I'm scared of this. This is a book that intimidates me, but I am excited about it to see if I'm a Daisy girl. Okay, that was pretty easy. I'm gonna do our next pick here. Hopefully it's as good as that one. Oh, this is a longer one. A book you bought just because of the cover. Okay, that's fun. I have a couple options here actually. I think, let me grab what my options are and I'll be right back. Okay, so for this prompt, I have a couple options. I have The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. This gives me the best spring vibes. April to me is purple. It's a lavender colored month, so this screams April to me. And all I know is that she sets up a jam shop and it's just the coziest little fantasy book, and I have been really wanting to read more fantasy, so this is definitely an option. I'm obsessed with the cover. I also recently, this will be in my book haul that I'm filming, I have recently went absolutely feral. I have bought 20 plus books in a span of very little time. So I have a book haul coming for you guys, and this is going to be in that. This is the Rose Bargain. I've heard good things about this, but the cover alone gives me spring April vibes because of all the flowers. I've heard this is like a Bridgerton meets The Cruel Prince, which I have not read The Cruel Prince yet, but I love Bridgerton. Bridgerton girl all the way. So that's an option. And then I also did buy Heartless in this specific cover because of the cover. I wanted to have this set, this special edition set of Elsie Silver's Chestnut Spring series. So this does count. I did buy this because it had this cover, and I've been really wanting to get into this again. So maybe, but I don't have any fantasy yet. I think I might do The Spell Shop. This one I truly did buy because of the cover and the edges. It was just the cutest thing. It says, reading this book was like sitting in the sun, watching bees in the foxgloves. A warm, peaceful delight of a novel. You can almost smell the jam and hear the ocean. I finished the book smiling. Yeah, that sold me. We're going to do The Spell Shop. It says it takes a village to open a heart and just one man to steal it. Interesting. So I'm going to pick this for my, what did it say? A book you bought just because of the cover. So I'm going to go with The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. Okay, so we have 5 books so far. We've done 3 for my 25 and my 2 for my prompt jar. Okay, I'm going to pick our next one. Let's see what we get. Another long one. Okay. A book that has won a GOODREADS award. Have any of these won a GOODREADS award? Let me think off the top of my head. Let me do some digging and I will be right back. So after some research, I found that The Wedding People won a GOODREADS Choice Awards, as well as The Women by Kristen Hanna. But I think the one I'm going to go with is Funny Story by Emily Henry. This gives me the cutest little spring, summery vibe. So cute. I have not read an Emily Henry book in a while. The last one I read was Happy Place, and that had been last year sometime, but it's been a little bit. From what I understand, the two main characters in this book, their fiancés left them for each other. And now they're like, well, what are we gonna do? Let's just move in together. And I think that's the funny story, like, ha ha ha, our fiancés left us for each other. So now we're gonna hang out and have our own love story, it sounds like. So I'm excited to get into this one and see what I think about it. I've been more in my either romantasy or my like literary fiction romance kind of era, I feel like. And Emily Henry always gives me like women's fiction romance. So I'm excited. I feel like this is very much going to fit my taste, my reading taste right now currently. All right, that's 3. Let's pick one more for my April TBR. This is turning out to be a very good TBR. I'm excited about it. Okay. A book with illustrated people on the cover. All right, let me see what I have going on here. Of the books that I set to the side, I think I know which one I'm gonna go with. So funny enough, this was on my TBR last month. Did I get to it? No, but it does have illustrated people on the cover, and I have to read this spring. It's so cute. It is in the One in Rome series by Sarah Adams, and I believe this is one of the sisters to the main character in One in Rome, and a bodyguard fall in love. So it just, the cover alone, I mean, come on, it gives me the most springy vibes probably of any book that I own. So I'm gonna pick Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams for a book with illustrated people on the cover. Okay, we did it. That is a good looking TBR, if I do say so myself. So we have You're Invited by Amanda. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name. Saving Six by Chloe Walsh. Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. We have Daisy Hates for the next book in a series. The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. This was a book that I bought because of the cover. Funny Story by Emily Henry. This was a book that won a Goodreads Choice Award. And then Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams is a book with illustrated people on the cover. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments, what is a book on your TBR? What are you most excited to read in April? I know there's so many new good releases coming out, and some of them are definitely at the top of my list to read. So thank you guys again, and I will see you in the next one. Hopefully my book haul will be coming out next. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Bye.